here's the next lesson. 2 frames for reconsidering the hard decisions and conversations that you have to have. So let's say someone does something that you don't want them to do. They say something bad, something happens, right? Something that you have an innate reaction, which is that typically it's something called, it's a countermeasure, right? So if someone punishes you in some way, you want to counter punch them back. You want to counter control. You want to punish them you want to punish them even more so that they dare not punish you, right? But when we think about these 2 questions, which is what I want to have happen, what do I want to have happen? And number 2, what increases the odds of that happening? Oftentimes, your initial reaction to what you want to do is almost antithetical to what you want to occur and what increases the chances of that happening. And so, for example, if someone says something bad to me online, I might have the immediate desire to go punish them publicly, right? What do I want to have happen? I would like this person to move on with their lives and forget that I exist. That would be what I would want to have happen, right? Realistically. What increases the odds of that happening? Does me interacting with them, reinforcing the fact that they said that, increase those odds? No. I increase the likelihood that that person hates me even more and does even more to try and damage me. So that would make my problem worse, not better. And so that is just a 2-step decision frame that I continue to use more and more and more, especially with interpersonal relationships. And so what's interesting is that when I ask myself those questions, the thing that increases the odds of me getting what I ultimately want rarely is what I want to do, or at least is rarely my initial gut reaction. And when I look at how most people live their lives, they live their lives from gut reaction to gut reaction to gut reaction, and then counter reaction, and they're just responsive. All they're doing is just like, they're like seaweed in the ocean. They're just moving and they have no direction. They're just constantly going back and forth, right? And they're never getting what they want. And they think that life is chaotic. But when you actually ask yourself those questions, you typically can guess, no, I don't think that's actually going to increase the likelihood that happens. I think that person is going to hate me more if I do that. Right, then why will you do it, right? And so oftentimes when you use those 2 razors, one of the most common things that comes up, and it's now become an inside joke for me and some of my friends, is doing nothing at all is often the most productive thing to do in those situations. And so it has now taken on this inside joke of the heavyweight champion of the world, which is that there's all these different potential actions and the heavyweight champion of the world is do nothing. And that one almost always wins. Because what should I probably do? Keep doing what I'm doing, keep on my business, focus on my marriage, focus on doing good work, and ignore the rest. And what's interesting is that it is physically efficient, but emotionally painful. And so that is one of the artifacts that I've collected this year.